Folks, we have been repairing pottery for years and have repaired thousands of them. So we know colors. Uh, some repairs, some small repairs, could take a half a dozen colors or more, and they're layered in the same way that the pottery is, well, when it was made. To recreate all that, there's several layers, and we've done this for a long time. So I hope you trust me when I'm talking about colors. So when I'm looking at ancient rock art, let me stand up. Well, that's not working. Anyway, I can recognize the colors in there. That's over the stone. Some are more obvious than others, of course. This one, my lighting is not very good. Let me douse that a bit. This one's real obvious. A mauve color, almost a pink, was used on it. And it was used for crushing red ochre. And it fits that way too. And I don't think it was used for breaking up nuts or anything else. I believe it was for crushing up red ochre, which I find normal because everything was painted, it seems. Anyway, I want to say that, and also this word, knobs. If you see knobs in the creek on a stone, it indicates something that's not normal to have a little thing sticking out on a stone that could have been worn for years in a river or something. Because those knobs are always, to me it seems always, there's eyes on that one. They make a figure. And I know the figure here. There's a thunderbird, a snake, and a bunch of stuff. But I don't want to go into that today. I want to talk about the color and the knobs. Just another pattern to look for. Any of these stones that has a little... My light is terrible. Oops. Anyway, they have these little knobs on them. We'll have a figure in there. I may have to hold these up again and show them a little bit different so you can see that there is a figure, eyeballs on each one of those little knobby things sticking out there. This one is a neat elephant effigy. But it's also a thunderbird with a snake on its shoulder. Oh, I don't want to get into that. Color and knobs. Okay, enough about knobs. Oh, I know why I was talking about knobs. It's because I want to show something kind of fantastic today that I've kind of rediscovered. You know, it's always good to look at your collection again with a different... But anyway, this is the mastodon skull, infant mastodon skull that's about 10 inches long and 8 inches wide. And I want to explain what my conclusions are about this piece. First of all, every single little knob coming out on it will have a figure in it. And I'll get close to each one of them in a bit. But I want to talk about the color. The first color that was applied to this, and this was applied when it was a bone, it was a skull, it was fresh, this thing was carved beautifully, and the first color was yellow. And then red and black was used after that. And both the red will be over the yellow and the black will be over the yellow. Black will not be over red, and etc. Anyway, and it was only painted once. It was originally painted, and it has not been repainted. thousands of years ago. And it was painted on carvable bone. So you have to allow for the wear that has went on with this skull in all those years. And let me have to pause and think a bit because I got so much to say about this. So, but one thing I'd like to start out with is this one in particular really awesome carving right here. Nope, the light is wrong. I can't get it. Well, the light's wrong because it really is awesome. I may have to come back to this, but what I'm seeing there is knowing that when the person was carving into the bone itself, they carved out this right through here, which also made feathers coming through here. And that is a image of actually two people. And they're both wearing feathered headdresses. I don't know if I can get this. I will check my lighting real well, and I'll pause for a bit. I'll be back, folks. The color. I wanted to say something else about the color. Now, this is speculation. I would like to know. I really would. If somebody knows or have heard that they know or know someone that knows somebody that knows, I'd like to know. The biggest question about this skull is, why is it still here? What preserved it to this stage? And I kind of think it's the color. Ochre colors is an iron oxide, I've heard, and with really thick layers on this skull, it would have soaked in over the, over the years and sort of just somehow preserved it with the ochre residue or something. So if anybody knows if that's true, I'd like to know because, well, I need to know, I guess. I'm having a little bit a hard time with the lighting, but I hope this comes through. There's a bird image right here. There's the head and the beak, and that high spot right there is the eye, and the napping right around here. Actually, this wasn't napping. This would have been done with sharp stone tools, more like chisels or whatever it would be to use to carve this. But anyway, this bird's wing comes right up here, and the end of this wing is the lost it. Is the feathered headdress of that fella. This wing comes here, and this is all painted in black. This wing comes here, and the other wing is here. And the tail is right down here. So that's one image. Video test, color test. Not sure about that either. These two images are carved on the broken off tusk. So they would have been, that's ivory. Everything else would have been bone. There's a pretty mean looking figure right here. Maybe a wolf. There are two pecked out eyes, starting triangle, small. I shouldn't be using the word pecked. Remember, this was done when it was bone. But there's a triangle there, which when I spin this around, you'll see something, hopefully. And that eye we'll go to something else. I have not found it, but that's obvious carved out on that bone. I kind of think it'd be best if I just showed you with the camera and let y'all see all these images. Yeah, I'll do that. I would kind of like to see one myself. Oops. I mean, I see several images, but I don't want to talk about them. Now let me turn it over and we'll have a look at the other side. If what I see is real, if these carvings are real, not just my imagination, then this is I'm not sure what the word is, anomaly of a find. I mean, this is an infant mastodon skull that's been painted and carved and preserved, and it would say a lot of things. It would say that these ancient hunters, and their picture may be on the other side. There's a picture from this side of those tusks coming out of that fella in his headdress. But, well, it would, I don't know what it'd do, but it would need to be tested, like carbon dating tested. And then that would be first step. And then, I don't know. I just feel like it's an important piece of sculpture. This is the Mona Lisa that was found up here on top of the hill. I'm sorry, I meant Mount Rushmore. Sure wish there was a way that, I don't know, through photography or something that, this could all be seen better, but I'm seeing so much. Folks, write to me and tell me if you're seeing anything, please. Folks, a person can have an idea and they will have enthusiasm in it, and they will have inspirations, and they will start a paradigm, that might be the word, and they convince some others, and those folks will add something to it, and they will convince others. And when time goes by, the group will get so large that they will need teachers to explain this. So they'll pick out a few and but if this foundation is built on a shaky foundation stone, folks, all I'm trying to say today is that I think we should rethink the ancient folks. I think we really do. And I think their storybooks are written in stone. As you walk among the stones in search for diamonds and gold, and kick and throw those stones with stories to be told, as you judge and frown and walk away with your head hanging down, you chose to lose what you left behind. Look again.